of Olives. Just next to it, behind this large palm tree, there's another hill with trees on top and a building in the middle. That is called the Hill of Scandal. For that is where Solomon allowed his pagan wives to build their temples to their gods. Ooh. Directly behind me, another hill, straight across from us, called the Hill of Evil Counsel. That's where Absalom's two friends, whose names I can never pronounce, so I gave up trying, I just say his two friends, tried to convince Absalom to revolt against his father David. If I were to knock down this wall, the city wall, so I could see the hill off to your right, what mountain would that be?
Zion.
Mount Zion. Very good. And behind you, Mount Moriah. Okay. So we have the Mount of Olives, Hill of Scandal, Hill of Evil Counsel, Mount Zion, Mount Moriah. Now picture yourself a pilgrim. You've come from a little village in Galilee. You've never seen anything so large in your life. It's a bit overwhelming. Just beyond these palm trees here, we have uncovered some 54 mikvaot, 54 ritual baths that give indication that this is where everybody came to be purified, to go up. As a matter of fact, in the Talmud we even have writings of how much could be charged so that tourists wouldn't get ripped off just because it was holiday time. So you get into your holiday finery. Picture that this is covered with marble-looking plaster, reflecting into the sunlight. Things painted with gold. The reflection comes into you. It's got to be, look how strong it is on just this daylight that we have here now. And I don't remember seeing any Bible pictures with sunglasses. So, you're getting excited. You go to the ritual bath. You receive a chip when you come out of the ritual bath that you have been purified. You hold on to that. And then you're going to come up the staircase. You can see the triple archway that's there. Gates of Huldah, it's called, for two reasons. One is because Huldah is a mole. It's an animal that burrows. And you have to, when you go through the gates of Huldah, you are burrowing under the Temple Mount and then coming up onto the Court of the Gentiles. Okay? Or, it's also named because just outside the city wall was the burial site of Huldah the prophetess. Okay? So for two reasons we can give names here. You went up that staircase, and you came around, you made your sacrifice, you came down, and you came down through a double archway that is over here. We can only see one half of one arch here because the city wall cuts in front of it. That is, of course, unless you were a mourner or a leper. And if you were a leper, the people knew to stay away from you, which, by the way, in those days was any visible skin disease. Acne to zits, it was all leprosy. And if you were a mourner, you didn't come with the same joy that all other pilgrims came with. You didn't have the same kind of feelings, but it gave the community, by your going up the down staircase, an opportunity to greet you properly. And they would ask what has happened, and you could say, my mother passed away, my father passed away, whatever it may be. And they could comfort you with the same sentence that is used at every Jewish funeral until today, throughout the world, no matter where you go. May he who comforts Zion count you among the mourners of Jerusalem. May he who comforts Zion count you among the mourners of Jerusalem. On your way up these stairs, there were rabbis, scholars, sages, and Jesus who were teaching on these stairs. What were they teaching? They were teaching the Psalms of Ascent. Okay? The Psalms of Ascent, and if you have a Bible that says Psalms of Degrees, cross out degrees and put in Ascents. They're meant to be read coming up to the city of Jerusalem. Remember that no matter what direction from which you come to Jerusalem, you are ascending. You are going up. We like to think it's not only a physical going up, but a spiritual going up as well. And so, when the second temple is built, and these stairs are placed here, it became very natural for a series of psalms to become attached to these stairs. And I'll tell you why. Listen to the words. Does anybody know what the Psalms of Ascent are? Psalms 120 to 135. Psalm 121. Picture yourself a pilgrim. I lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord who made heaven and earth. Picture yourself a pilgrim. Psalm 122. I was glad when they said unto me, let us go up to the house of the Lord. Our feet are standing within thy gates, O Jerusalem, a city that is bound up where the tribes go together, the tribes of the Lord pray for the peace of Jerusalem, etc. May they prosper who love thee. Psalm 125. Picture yourself a pilgrim. As the mountains surround Jerusalem, so the Lord surrounds his people. Do you know that song? As the mountains are round about Jerusalem, so the Lord is round about his people from henceforth, even forever, even forevermore. Well, now you're a pilgrim and you can sing that. Then we come to Psalm 126, and for that I need you, Mike. Please. If you can. If you can come here, please. Andy's practicing for you. I'm going to ask Mike to read this in English while I will chant it to you in Hebrew as it would have been chanted as the people came up the stairs. When I put my hand in there, I just want to wait for you to catch it.
Okay.
When the Lord restored the fortunes of Zion, we were like those who dream.
Then our mouth was filled with laughter, and our tongue with shouts of joy. Then they said among the nations, the Lord has done great things for them. The Lord has done great things for us. We are glad. Restore our fortunes, O Lord, like streams in the Negev. Those who sow in tears shall reap with shouts of joy. He who goes down weeping, bearing the seed for sowing, shall come home with shouts of joy, bringing his sheaves with him.
Oh, nice.